behalf of Perpetua and the Durack Gallery, I'd like to introduce my friend of many, many years, Elizabeth Durack, who will open this exhibition.
Thank you, Bob. Dear people, distinguished guests, I'm looking straight at you, Tom, friends and family, my daughter Perpetua and I welcome you all warmly here today to this, the first exhibition of the Art of Eddie Burrup. Now, although it must be about 4 years since Eddie Burrup emerged as my fully fledged alter ego, it is for a much longer period that he has been hovering in the wings, as it were, awaiting his cue to come on stage. So accustomed had I personally become to Eddie Burrup's ubiquitous presence that when he did finally make his entrance, the last thing I expected was that his appearance would produce a series of boos and hisses rather than applause. And with such an unforeseen reaction, I must say I was initially completely nonplussed. I had been assured that to personally reveal the Elizabeth Durack-Eddie Burrup merger, as I did in a story to Art Monthly last March, would avoid any possible unfavourable reaction. But somehow this miscarried, and what I aimed to prevent happening, happened. It has taken me 4 months almost to come to terms with the situation. But now that things are on a more even keel, I no longer feel the need to maintain the silence or to be as reticent as previously. So I spoke to the print media earlier this month, and last week I went on a splendid first encounter and adventure with the electronic media. And a segment on 60 Minutes on Channel 9 will, I believe, be released later this year. Gradually, I hope the emphasis will move more, and rightly, to the work itself, rather than its authorship, as Eddie Burrup has much that he believes is important to say, and to express through his vision and his images, and he can do it better than Elizabeth Durack. It would not be appropriate to develop this subject of Eddie Burrup's mission and aim to any extent today, for I believe with time, and when other exhibitions are held, it will gradually emerge. And when the book of the Art of Eddie Burrup is published, this too will further enlighten. Remember when looking at his paintings that the titles are important. It is through them, together with his images, that he speaks. My own position in all this remains very ambivalent, and for me there will always be an element of mystery concerning this, the last creative phase of my long life as a practicing artist. Apart from all else, the Art of Eddie Burrup bears tangible witness to the deep debt that I owe to the first Australians. Indeed, not only myself, but previous generations of our family have also been deeply indebted. It is doubtful if the pastoral enterprise of my grandfather in southwest Queensland and that of my father in the Kimberley could have been accomplished without the aid of such remarkable Aboriginal men as Pumpkin of the Buntamurra, of Argyle Boxer of the Kalkadoon, of Ulysses of Jaru, and Buller, and I could name many others. They live on in family recall and affection. The old and the new, my whole life and my long effort would indeed be richly rewarded. I now have much pleasure in declaring this the premier exhibition of the Art of Eddie Burrup open. Thank you.
Elizabeth, Why did you decide to have an exhibition of Eddie Burrup paintings?
Well, why does any artist decide to have an exhibition? Number 2.
What do you think about the criticism that you're exploiting black culture?
You can't exploit something that was given to you freely. If there's any talk of appropriation, it's not part of Eddie Burrup.
Are you at all worried that by having an exhibition, you will start up all the controversy again?
Not for a minute. It's better to bring things out.
You don't think of a controversy?
No. It was went off half-cock with the controversy. I'm not the least bit worried.
Do you intend to keep painting as Eddie Burrup?
I can't help it.
So you'll keep on painting?
He's more or less taken over my creativity. Okay?
Okay.
Little enigmatic, I suppose, but